Hey guys, so tomorrow is actually my first physical therapy session since I went back to work and then subsequently quit that job. And so, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is my nervousness about what my physical therapist is actually going to say about the regression that I've had. So, I feel like what I want to talk about first is the regression that I've had. So, to start, when I got the job and left physical therapy because I couldn't go to physical therapy due to my work schedule, I was able to walk fairly normally and I was able to basically get around pretty well. I was to the point where I was starting to be able to lift my foot up off the ground when I was taking steps. I had just had to exaggerate like the side to side movement and lead with my hip a little bit more. Um, but I have now regressed. So basically, due to the stress of the job that I was working at, they think that I had a functional neurological disorder or FND kind of flare up. Because basically, I left work. If you guys watched that video, I left work when I was having stroke like symptoms. And basically, the doctor there didn't really do anything. I had done a little rant video about my treatment in the emergency room that day. Um, didn't really do anything, kind of acted like I was faking my symptoms. And I hate, capital H, hate the notes that he wrote in his little dictation from that visit. But I have regressed, so I am now not able to lift my foot up off the ground at all when I'm walking. It just basically, I'm able to slide it. And so I don't know if I should be using my mobility aids or what. I don't think I'm to the point of needing my wheelchair or my walker, potentially my cane, because there are times when, due to having to slide my foot across the floor, I get a little bit off balance. And so I have considered starting to use my cane or my walker, either one again. But I feel like it would be so disappointing for my physical therapist to see me come into the rehab center tomorrow with a mobility aid. I feel like he's going to be disappointed in me in general, not really in me because it's not like it was my fault, but I do feel like I kind of rushed things by going back to work a little bit too soon and thereby like screwing up the progress that I was making, which really, really sucks. And it's really not what I had wanted to do at all. Obviously, I wanted to continue making progress and I felt like I was doing good until everything happened with the stress from work and all of those things. So I'm a little bit nervous about going to physical therapy tomorrow. Just because I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know how he's going to feel about seeing me moving backwards and seeing my progress not up to where it was before. I feel like he might understand because I wasn't able to go in and do physical therapy for like a month. But at the same time, I feel like he would have been expecting me to continue doing the um, exercises that he had assigned me to do at home when I was doing physical therapy full time. And so I will be honest with you guys and tell you that I have not kept up with that just because everything with work was so hectic. I felt like I didn't have a life outside of work. I was so exhausted and tired every night when I got home from work that I felt like I wanted to eat dinner and then go lay down because I was so exhausted. And it's a lot on your body when you haven't worked in like 8 months and then you start a full time job. It's just a lot. So I'm nervous about what he's going to say. I'm hoping that it's not bad. I'm going to be honest with him and explain to him the situation, let him know that I'm no longer working, um, and just kind of see what he thinks could be wrong. Or could be going on. He is not like a specialist in functional neurological disorder, but he does know some things. He did some research when I first came in as a patient of his, and he did some research kind of throughout the whole time that we worked together prior to me leaving due to work. Um, I think he'll be a little bit sad that I wasn't able to make it working full time, but I do think he'll understand, or at least I hope he will understand, kind of the flare up and everything. And hopefully he'll be able to get me back on track, because I'm not looking forward to him noticing or him knowing that I regressed. And I don't know if you can hear the emotion in my voice, but I honestly am so very sad, because I was super excited to share with you guys all of the physical progress that I was making. Um, and it's just hard to see myself going backwards and not continuing to make that forward progress, and improvement in my life. And so it's just hard to deal with also. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think I jumped back into work a little bit too soon? Because I definitely feel like I did. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.